You probably know that shaders are usually used for 3D objects in 3D space. However, shaders can also be applied to 2D images, and the same goes for UI. You can create UI shaders in ShaderGraph, but it's less satisfying than writing them in code. This is because many of the features provided through code are not provided identically in shader graphs. Writing shaders in code can be difficult for beginners, but with a lot of practice you can get used to it. The UI shader I am introducing today is about basic image drawing and color application. And the shader is available in BRP environment as well as URP. Creating UI shader templates can save you a lot of time when creating new shaders in the future, as it allows you to avoid repetitive work. Let's create a new unlit shader. I will name this shader UI Templet, because we will be duplicating this file and using it when creating new UI shaders. The first thing we need to do is specify a category and name for our shader. I strongly recommend that you modify the name of your shaders to allow quick retrieval of your custom shaders. The next thing to do is to delete unnecessary things. Since the UI will be displayed as an overlay on the screen, there is no need to set LOD. Also, I will erase fog properties that aren't needed for the UI. Let's apply a test material to check the shader's operation. I applied a material to the UI image, but we noticed that the image is not displayed. Let's modify the shader to display the UI image properly. I will add Unity UI CGINC with the include directive. This directive is required to access Unity's UI-related features. Since UI images are transparent by default, we'll change the render type in the shader tag to transparent. Displaying transparent images is not possible just by setting tags. We need to add the ShaderLab command. Let's add the following blend ShaderLab command. Information about the blend ShaderLab command can be found in the documentation attached to the video description. It is confirmed that the image is displayed correctly. It has also been confirmed that the features of the UI image component are available. The next thing to do is to enable color changes and transparency adjustments. I will apply the color variable to the app data and v2f structures. Since we can receive color information from the vertex and pixel structures, we can simply multiply the color by the texture operation. You can see that the color and alpha values set in the UI image component are applied correctly. You can see that even if there is no image in the main text of the shader, the image is automatically inherited and used from the UI image component. Even if you register an image in main text, the image applied to the UI image component will be given priority. So if you want to display an image through main text, you need to unhook the image applied to the UI image component. Having two variables that perform the same function like this can create confusion in your work. To avoid this problem, there is a function to prevent the application of external images to the mainText variable. Let's add the PerRendererData attribute before the mainText variable. This attribute does not simply prohibit the application and modification of images, but rather provides the ability to provide textures in the form of material property blocks. If you would like a more detailed explanation of this, please check the link attached to the description. To make the UI shader we created work reliably, we need to add a few things. I will disable culling so that the back of the image is drawn correctly. This ShaderLab command will fix the problem where all objects behind transparent images are drawn abnormally. Finally, let's add the following command to the tag. This tag enables the use of images made up of atlas. We have completed the creation of a UI shader template with a simple process. Additional tag and ShaderLab commands may be required depending on the complexity of new UI shaders that will be created in the future. We'll look into this when we create a new UI shader. Thank you for watching. See you next time.